Check in on the highlights from this contest, and yeah, the Warriors trying to become the third, eighth seed ever to beat a #1 seed in the playoffs. Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, nice finish to game number 5 with 12 points in the final 3 minutes, 9 seconds of play. Early on, Mavericks pushing Jerry Stackhouse. He was a monster early on. 4 threes in the first quarter. Golden State's up 19-15. There's the bad news for the Warriors. Baron Davis, yeah, strained hamstring, had to go away. The air went out of the building, but the other Warriors just kept on playing. Al Harrington to Matt Barnes, splashing it on down. Warriors up 28-25 after 1 quarter. Second quarter, back comes Baron. You know he's on one leg, though, Frank.
And how about this shot that he makes? Looks a little bit like Isaiah Thomas that one year against the Lakers in the finals.
Ties the game up at 31 apiece, and then Dirk shakes off. Baron shakes off Dirk off balance 3. Warriors up by just 2 points at the half. All right, anybody's ball game. Third quarter, here comes Stephen Jackson. How about 4 of 4 from downtown, part of a 13-0 run of his own in the third.
Yeah, forget Jackson. That was Jordan-like what he did there. 15 points total in the third quarter for Stephen Jackson.
And then Baron Davis feeds Matt Barnes, and oh, who's dude? Who was dude?
That's the other guy from UCLA on the team. 16
points in the game for him. And they just dunking and throwing threes on him. It's just an unbelievable situation there. Yeah, they're up by 21. Outscored them 36-15 in the third quarter, and the fourth quarter was just like a Harlem Globetrotters game. Nothing but love, too, for Nelly. 111-86 Mavericks, not appreciating being the Red Quads team in this one. 33 for Stephen Jackson, career playoff high. Career franchise high, 7 3-pointers made for Jackson in this ball game. 20 points, 10 boards, and 6 assists for Baron Davis. And they hassled Dirk Nowitzki into a 1 of 10 shooting performance in the first half, 2 of 13 for the ball game. The reigning Western Conference champion, defending Western Conference champions, go down in 6.
Well, just trying to calm our guys down, you know. I got a young point guard in Devin Harris, who this was his first real year playing the whole season and playing into the playoffs. And just trying to get him settled down and get Jet settled down a little bit. And, you know, when there's that much noise out there on the court, you got to have different hand signals because you can't hear one another. So you got to really trust your stuff, trust your offense and trust your defense. And, again, we just got broken down there, and they went on a huge run.
Do a couple more.
That's it.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Bob.
You disappointed in Dirk tonight and his inability to take over the game?
I'm just disappointed in our whole playoffs. You know, at the end of the season, you know, we clinched, and what we were thinking was, hey, let's play some games, let's rest so we can be fresh for the playoffs. And we just didn't have the energy. We just didn't have the concentration. And more than anything that bothers me, more than anything, we just didn't have the confidence. And we just got rattled. And that's not good. Thanks.
I've been knowing Stephen Jackson since high school. And at high school at Nike camp. And from the moment that we met, we just clicked. You know, we come from similar backgrounds. You know, I kind of had a little better opportunity than him, you know, from high school to college. But he had a little bumpier road. But at the same time, we relate to each other because, you know, we have the same soul. And I really think that people don't give him enough credit for the corner that he's turned. You know, being that at the beginning of this season, you know, he had been through a lot of problems and a lot of issues in Indiana. And now, you know, since being here in Oakland, he's really turned his life around, turned himself into a leader of this team. And if you ask any guy in this locker room, you know, who means the most to us, and they'll tell you that Stephen Jackson does. He's the heart and the soul of this team. And, you know, I'm just so proud of him by the way he played. And he came out tonight and he played with his soul. And you can't take that away from a guy like that. That's what got him here. And, you know, I'm just so happy. I'm so proud of him. You know, Jay Rich, all my teammates.
Tonight, there's only one game on the docket. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Nets host the Raptors in Game 6 on ESPN, looking to close out Toronto on the home court.